So this is about positioning within the market. This is about understanding what it is that you offer and who to. And then it's helping those people to become seen as an authority or thought leader in their industry, because it's probably the thing I'm known best for, even outside podcasting, is getting people to that number one spot where they're doing their summits. They are a key person of influence. They are getting television appearances. They are getting the media attention. But people like the idea of doing that because they're like, well, once I'm there, everything will be fine. This is going back to what we said earlier, isn't it? About if I have 5 million people who know me, I'm going to be doing loads of business. It's like, well, not if 5 million people think you're a jerk.
You're not even capturing an email at that point.
Yeah, you're so
they're just
right.
gone. So
I think the first and the easiest strategy to implement for most people is getting very clear on who it is they're talking to and why, and getting very clear on making sure that they have 3 offerings that cover every level of the market. A small sort of entry level, almost DIY kind of program. Then like a done with you, that's the one that 80% of people will do if you know the good, better, best marketing philosophy. And then a high end, let me do it for you. If you've got those 3 levels of service, and you can position yourself on the right summits, on the right podcast, you know who you're talking to. There is a formula to this. It's not a script, because I don't want everyone to sound like me, but there is a formula that I've been working on and with for like the last 13, 14 years, 6 years, 100% success record, 3 years as number one in the industry. Like, this formula is, here's what you do, here's how you present it, here's how you put yourself and present it on stage, here's how you present it on the podcast, here's how you present it on the TV, here's how you position yourself so that your growing is directly related to the amount of attention that you're getting. Visibility equals credibility. So use the credibility to make the sale.
So you have like different ways to do it. I can't knock anyone's way to do it, but I also too am like, yeah, but there's like really great voices that aren't going to do that either. And I don't know.
At this point, I mean, I almost would, using this podcast as an example for your listeners, right? I would almost say, don't get bogged down by, the people at the top of the industry. Right. So don't look at the likes of Joe Rogan and go, I could never do that. Or, because it's a bad move, right? Because you're comparing yourself to somebody else. Now,
especially if, you don't want to, you don't compare, because then you'll get stuck in resentment for some reason. Well, if I was connected, or if I sold my soul to Satan, then I would be doing well too. But because I'm a good human being, I'm going to be poor. And then you're like, how many limiting beliefs did you just reveal about yourself? Number one, good people are rich and good people are poor and good people are all the way in between. Get that out of your head. And you don't have to sell your soul to Satan in order to be successful. There are successful people who are wonderful people, and then you can go through the whole thing. So comparing people is like this really weird slope, unless you're wanting to reveal your inner limiting beliefs. Then if you pay attention and if you get self-aware, like just listen to yourself and then repeat it back and pretend that's not you, someone else, you'll go, ooh, they got some issues.
Now, on the other side of the page, go and start writing names of people who work at those places and do those things and make those decisions, and start inviting that list onto your podcast. I promise you, 5, 10, 15, 20 interviews down the line, you can start putting ticks off on that left-hand side column next to the things that you're now achieving. And guess what? Let me let you in a little secret. By the time you finish ticking that list, you're now number one in your industry.
Yeah. And you think to yourself, well, that just seems crazy, but it's just the way it works, like the whole, who moved my cheese, right? What would you do if you're not afraid? I think about that all the time. And then I also think about, we look at Back to the Future, right? That movie. Well, if you go in time and you step on something, then that means donuts will rain from the sky, like Homer Simpson, or everybody will be dead because you killed a mosquito. But right now, we're making those teeny decisions that affect the future.